Hi guys, welcome and welcome back again to my channel. Today we're making the very best of Nigerian meat pie recipe, and in this video I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to make it right, how to make that tasty, delicious, flaky, crunchy on the outside, super soft and juicy on the inside Nigerian meat pie recipe. So if you're interested in this recipe, keep watching, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up after watching. Alright guys, so to begin with, into a large mixing bowl, I've gone in with some flour, and then I went in with some baking powder, I went in with some sugar and salt. So I'm going to go ahead and just mix this to combine nicely. And once that is nicely combined, I'm going to go in with some cold margarine and some cold butter. So if you want your meat pie to come out flaky, like super flaky and crunchy on the outside, you need to add enough butter, and you want to make sure it's a cold butter. You need that butter to be very cold, straight from the fridge. This is how you achieve that flaky and crunchy meat pie. So add the butter and just mix this until it turns into a breadcrumbs, just like breadcrumbs. Alright, so this is the exact texture we are looking for after mixing in the butter. So next we have our ice cold water and cold milk. So if you want your meat pie to be super flaky and crunchy on the outside, all the wet ingredients you're going to be using for your meat pie recipe must come straight from the fridge. They must be cold. So add the milk, and gradually we are going to add the water. So do not pour it in at once because you need the dough to be strong. This is another thing. Make sure your dough for the meat pie is not too soft. Make sure it's hard. So that's how you get that flaky, crunchy meat pie. So I'm going to gradually add the water, which is the ice cold water, until I achieve the texture that I'm looking for, which is this texture. So I've reached my consistency for the dough, and I'm just going to transfer to a clean work surface. And we are not going to be kneading this for too long. So if you want your meat pie to be super flaky, do not over knead the dough. So just transfer to a work surface. All you're going to do is just to, press and bring all of the crumbs together. We need everything to come into a smooth dough. Do not over pressure the dough. So this is it, just like this, and we are done. So I'm going to divide this into 2 equal parts, and then I will cover with a plastic wrap and then transfer to a refrigerator to sit until we are done preparing the filling. So if you leave this outside the fridge, it's going to melt out, which is the butter in the dough will melt, and which will make your dough too oily, and you're not going to get that flakiness you are looking for in this meat pie. So for this reason, transfer this to your refrigerator and allow it to sit until you're done preparing the filling. But if you do not have a refrigerator, go ahead and make the filling before making the dough. So just make the filling, and once you're done making the dough, go straight to the filling of the meat pie, then go ahead and bake. So for my filling, these are the ingredients I'm going to be using. So I've chopped some onions, some habanero pepper. Now I'm just going to mince some garlic and ginger for extra flavor. So the garlic and ginger are totally optional because I know many people do not like garlic. So if you don't want to add this to your meat, please go ahead and just skip the part where I added the garlic and ginger. Just know that when it comes to cooking meat, garlic and ginger add extra flavor to your meat. So if you want to add, go ahead and do so. But if not, just keep the pot. Alright guys, so next we're going to place a pot on the heat. Into that pot I've gone in with some oil, and then I transfer the chopped onions. And for extra flavor, for extra yumminess, I've gone in with some dry thyme and some curry powder. And then I went in with some salt, stir fry for 2 minutes. And now I'm going to go in with the minced garlic and ginger. Then add the habanero pepper, and we're going to stir fry for a few seconds. And after some few more seconds, I'm going to go in with my ground beef and then mix this to combine nicely. And after stirring for about 3 minutes, now I'm going to go in with some seasoning powder and then just mix this to combine. And at this stage, the meat has released some liquid, so I'm not going to be adding water at this point. So I'm just going to let that liquid dry up. And once the liquid is nice and dry, the meat has released its own oil, just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and add my own water at this point. And once I add the water, I will stir nicely to combine, then cover and allow this to cook for about 5 to 6 minutes. And while we're waiting for the 5 to 6 minutes, we're going to go ahead and cut some vegetables for this meat pie filling. So there is no meat pie filling without potato and some carrot. So my potatoes and carrots are nicely cleaned, peeled and cleaned. So I'm going to slice and then just cut this into tiny cubes, just like this. And once I'm done slicing the vegetables, I'm going to set aside, and then I will mix some slurry for the filling. We need some liquid to thicken the filling. You need the filling to come together. So into my cup, I've gone in with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So you can use flour if you do not have cornstarch. Add a little bit of water, then just mix that into a smooth consistency and set aside. And back to the pot of meat. As you can see, the meat is nicely cooked. So I've gone in with the chopped vegetables, just mix, and then I'm going to add a little bit of water because I need the vegetables to be soft. So just cover and allow it to cook for extra 3 minutes. And this is 3 minutes later. They are nicely and beautifully soft. So I'm going to go in with the thickener, the mixed cornstarch, then mix all of this to combine nicely, and then I'm going to transfer to a flat surface because we need the filling to be cool before adding it to the dough. And I'm going to go ahead and prepare my baking tray. So I'm just going to place a baking sheet on the tray and then set aside. And we're going to be needing some egg wash. So into my cup, I've gone in with 1 egg, add a little bit of milk and just whisk to smooth and then set aside. Alright guys, so now we're going to slightly flour our surface, and straight from the fridge just bring out 1 dough that you're going to be preparing right away. And then you're going to cut into your preferred size and shape, and then roll into a small ball shape. Cover with a plastic wrap or a kitchen towel to prevent them from drying up. So now take one of the dough, and now you're going to flatten into this, and make sure it's not too thick and not too flat, just like this. So I have no meat pie cutter, so I'm just going to be using this bowl and my pizza cutter. So just put that there and cut just like you're seeing in the video. And now that's it. You're going to add the filling because it's nice and cool at this point. So add the filling as much as you want to add, and then we're going to just close this. It's as simple as this, very easy to do. Close and make sure to use your finger to press it down. Just press that together, and you're going to grab a fork. Make sure to dip the fork into your flour, and then now we are going to seal that with a fork, just like this. And at this point, you want to make sure your oven is already preheated. So I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees. So I'm going to be baking at 180 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. So transfer to a baking tray, and now we're going to repeat. So let me show you, even without a pizza cutter, you can just cut this with your bowl. So once you flatten the dough, all you're going to do is to just place the bowl and now press the bowl. Just press it with your hand, and then that's it. Just remove the excess and now add the filling. And at this stage, I want to ask, if you're still watching, if you have watched to this point, and if you have watched to this point, thank you so much for your genuine love and support. You are the real MVP. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your genuine love and support. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up after watching. And do subscribe to my channel if this is your first time coming across my channel. Subscribe and also share with your friends and family. Don't forget to click on the bell notification so you don't miss out on my videos. Alright, and also I want to say big thank you to all my amazing returning subscribers. Guys, you all are awesome. Thank you so much for your genuine love and support. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you for the likes, the share, and the comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. Alright guys, so we're going to continue with our dough, and once we are done, just transfer to your baking tray, and now we're going to brush the dough with our egg wash. So go ahead and brush the dough with the egg wash. Transfer to your preheated oven and bake at 180 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. And here we have our second tray for the meat pie. So I'm going to brush with the egg wash, and there's this one thing I forgot to show while preparing the first tray. So you're going to grab your fork and just make a hole, just pierce a hole on top of the meat pie, just like this, just like you're seeing in the video. This will help prevent the meat pie from bursting while baking. So we're going to do this and then transfer to the oven and bake until they are looking so beautiful, crunchy, flaky, and super soft on the inside. Guys, this is my flaky, crunchy meat pie recipe. So deliciously soft on the inside and super flaky, crunchy on the outside. This is so delicious, and I hope you enjoy every bit of this recipe. So if you did, please don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and please do subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Don't forget to click on the bell notification so you don't miss out on my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in my next video.